Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sugu, and today we're going to see the performance of my portfolio for the past week. Bear in mind, if you want to copy all my trades, you can do it by search my nickname Kenites on the search bar on the eToro, and you can start to copy all my open trades, which I do recommend, and start with at least 1,000 to get the best from your investments. Bear in mind that my portfolio is 75%, almost 75% of dividends, and the rest is going to be growth stocks. And at the moment is going to be the best time to invest because the portfolio is quite down as the market as well, and you're going to see this in the video why it's now a good time to invest. Bear in mind that I'm the one of the top three Ireland's popular investors, and you can see on the list in terms of globally quite below that, but I intend to increase a lot in the next upcoming months, and also give you the best performance as possible. At the moment, I'm one of the investors with the best performance that I do recommend you to have a look. In terms of the portfolio performance, my portfolio profit and loss, we have an increase here from the past week. We had a profit and loss of 6.68%. We have a slightest decrease here from the past week from 6.80%. So we lost here 0.20%. The same thing got affected as well on the 12 months return with 18.98%, but still positive during this year and this month. The US market went down minus 1.68%, as you can see, and my portfolio only 0.15%. This is due to the UK stocks. As you can see here, they went up quite a lot and managed my portfolio to not to drop so much, and I did start to do some other daily trades, almost daily trades, to increase my portfolio and also to fight this negative trend on the market. In terms of the top winners and the top losers on my portfolio, we have the top gainers. We have AMZA with a 4.37%, so this is an ETF. We have Unilever with the UK stock with a growth of 3.57%. We have Energy Transfer with a growth of 3%. It's one of the energy sectors here that got affected. We have BATS.L with an increase of 2.98%. And we have Chevron with an increase of 2.11%. As you can see here, we have two stocks from the energy sector that was affected and has managed to grow my portfolio, and the UK stocks as well. In terms of the top losers, we have the ticker TQQQ. Bear in mind that I do have this ETF, and usually I balance with the SQQQ. SQQQ I buy when we have a negative trend on the market, and TQQQ I buy when we have a positive trend. That's why I do still have a TQQQ on my portfolio. That's why it's showing as a top losers with a decrease of 9.42%. But in the overall, the TQQQ that I have on my portfolio went down around minus 1%, which I intend on Monday. I'll try to buy SQQQ to balance this negative trend. We have ADA with a decrease of 5.15%, and bear in mind that Bitcoin also at the decrease around almost the same, 4 point something, 5 point something. I don't have here on the screenshot, but I just saw before I start recording. And we have Com as well with a decrease of 4.19%, and Metaverse with a decrease of 3.74%, and we have Amazon with a decrease of 3.59%. In terms of other performance indicators, we do have payments of AIG, PFF, GNQ, and AGAC. So the four top stocks and ETFs, actually AGNC, PFF, GNQ are ETFs, and AGNC is a stock. These are stocks that pay monthly, and then we have quarterly BATS and Apple paying this week as well. The new acquisitions, we have a TQQQ and SQQQ, which is the stocks that I'm balancing. In terms of open orders, we don't have any at the moment, and I'm not going to open any order until to see what's going to happen in the markets on Monday. Probably I'm going to buy SQQQ, depends what's going to happen. There's a few stocks that I did made some average, but I'm not going to continue to do more average on those. In terms of close orders, we have a TQQ with a 6.4% profits, SQQQ with a 1.88% profit. This was because when I bought, the market started to decrease. I bought SQQQ, but then the market suddenly went up, and I sold with a 2%. They were at 5% profit, but at the time that I sold, when I clicked the button, they went quite a lot down. The market went up, and the SQQQ went down to 1.88%. But I still managed to sell with profits. One of the ETFs that I'm fine to have on my portfolio is the TQQQ. The one that I'm not fine to have on my portfolio is the SQQQ. Usually the market goes up, then goes down, and SQQQ is one of the ETFs that I don't want to have on my portfolio. So it's only I only use them as a short trade, not as a long trade, comparing to the TQQQ, which is going to be a long trade. We did sell as well Activision. They went quite a lot in the past week, around 20%, with the acquisition of Microsoft, and I thought that was a good opportunity to have money in balance to start to do this daily trades, not only to try to increase the volume of my portfolio, but also to invest on other stocks. They were quite affected during this dip. In terms of averaging, I've done TQQQ, LTC.US, and Facebook, which is Metaverse. And the top payers are still ET. The top dividend yields is still ARR, with an increase from 11% from last week to 13.29%. Since the stock went quite down, the dividend yield increased a lot, because what they pay per each stock is going to be the same. The portfolio is still undervalued in 50.4%. We had an increase here of 2 points from the last week. And in terms of the portfolio future growth, we still maintain the 8.3%. In terms of portfolio diversification, we have, for balance, a decrease of 0.2% from the last week. We have now only 0.7%. Before we had 1%. This is due to the investments that I'm doing on SQQQ and other averaging that I've done. In terms of the Chinese stocks, we have 5%, crypto 8.3%, and UK stocks around 11.8%. Being the ETF now with 19.9%. This is due to the acquisition of the QQQ. And in terms of US stocks, we'll still have the 54.3%, where my portfolio has more exposure. My portfolio in terms of growth versus the dividends, we have the growth of 37.3%. In terms of dividends, 72.7%. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the analysis of my portfolio this week. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are seeing this on YouTube. And once again, guys, thank you, cheers, and see you next week. By the way, if you want to leave some comments, please do so, and I'll try to reply to you as soon as possible. If you want to see something that I should be doing some analysis, let me know. I'll try to do my best.